intelligence or a tool which can take that heavy lifting from you and help you scale and get more clients and all.
Okay.
So with that idea in mind, we decided to create this platform, and we have very recently launched and sort of doing an enclosed launch with few more agencies
Mm-hmm.
and trying to partnership with them so that we can also keep getting early feedback and requests from them as we grow
Mm-hmm.
and help them scale at the same time.
Okay.
So what we'll do in this call is probably we'll demo you some of the features of our tool, get your feedback, and
Sure.
see that if we can partnership or collaborate in future. So
Sure.
that's the
Sure.
idea.
Sure.
Okay. So Ayush, maybe you can uh, drive the demo.
So, Aniket, before we start, could you tell us a little bit about like what kind of Amazon PPC management do you do? Like, what kind of requirements you have, and like what's your current process?
So currently, I have a team lead who looks into Amazon marketing, and we do not use any kind of tool as such. We currently rely on Amazon itself for sourcing the data and coming up with reports. So that's basically it.
So you do keyword and bid management for your clients, right?
Yes,
PPC
yes,
management.
yes.
Okay, and you're saying all of that is basically somebody
That's
looking at the reports
yes,
manually
yes,
and then
yes,
figuring
yes,
out what to do.
yes, yes.
Got it. And are there any specific pain points that you have felt, or when while you've worked on this?
Well, I wouldn't be the right person for it.
Got it.
My
Okay,
Amazon
okay,
person would be
no
the right
problem.
person. Yeah,
So I'll just share my screen.
sure.
Let me know when you're able to see my screen.
Sure. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Perfect. So this is the AdBrew console,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like an agency can configure multiple accounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're managing account for Digitech, which is one of the like this particular dashboard is for Digitech, which is primarily one of the largest suppliers of tripods and camera accessories
Mm-hmm.
and mobile portable chargers and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like
Just a second.
at the
Hold on.
core,
Hello.
yeah,
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, Sumit, I'm on another call. Yeah, yeah. Give me some time. Yeah. Yeah, tell me. Go ahead.
So, like what we have, the approach that we have taken is we let you automate your strategy. So rather than dictating what to do, you can configure what you want to do, how you want to run your campaigns, and we'll execute your strategies, your rules, and that just makes it a whole lot easier for you guys to basically start managing your campaigns, right? So like at the foundation of everything is a rule set. So we can you can create rule sets for target management, which is basically movement of keywords from one campaign to the other,
Mm-hmm.
or you can configure rules for bid management, that is on what condition do you want the bid to increase or do you want the bid to decrease. We'll just briefly take a look at the rule set.
Mm-hmm.
So this one ships out of the box with AdBrew, but you can create your own and modify this as you wish and based on your whatever you've learned over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if you want, like this rule is for identifying products with keywords with low ACOS.
Mm-hmm.
So you can create rules on these attributes, right? If clicks is greater than so and so, we also give you some statistics based on which you can configure rules. So once you've configured these rules, so here we've configured low ACOS, high conversion rate, and negative rules, right? So based
Mm-hmm.
on what rules do I want to qualify a keyword as a negative target? Now, a rule set you will apply to a campaign or a task, right? So a task is basically you would say I want to move keywords from campaign A to campaign B, and I want to apply a particular rule set. So you can simply go here, you can add a task, and you can configure like from which source and based on what rule set do you want to move to the destination ad group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically managing your keyword movements from, for example, you would generally have an auto campaign and a manual campaign. And from the auto campaigns, you'll periodically look at keywords, and based on some rules, you would want to promote them to the destination campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can configure that here for which campaigns you want to do that. Uh, and then you can go ahead and get the recommendations for that. Like what are based on the rule set that I just configured, you can ask what are the recommendations. So we'll go back, we'll look at the reports, we'll apply your rules, and then we'll give you a one-click interface where you can just say, okay, apply all the recommendations, or you can choose to apply some of the recommendations. So this is how you would manage your existing campaigns with AdBrew. Now, one thing that I did not touch upon and which is also very important is how do you want to, like, let's say you're an agency and you want to manage new campaigns, right? You want to create new campaigns. Now, creating new campaigns, you can either go and do it via the AMS console and then configure your tasks from here. But what we also allow you to allow is for you to create new strategies.
Mm-hmm.
So a strategy is basically, you'll say, like, for a product that I want to advertise, what kind of campaign structure do you want? So say for this we've configured that I want an auto campaign for which and I would like to allocate 20% of the budget to that auto campaign, and I would like to allocate 80% budget to my manual campaign, and within the manual campaign I want to have two ad groups, one for broad and one for exact.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can similarly go and create more manual campaigns if I want. It really depends on the agencies and your strategy. We've seen agencies doing tens of campaigns per product. So once you, and then you can configure the same tasks at a structure level or at a strategy level. So you can say within these campaigns, I want to move from auto campaign to manual campaign number 3, right? And based on rule set which you've just created here. So, and then you can, whenever you want to create a campaign, you can just say from the AdBrew console that, okay, use a product and apply this strategy that I've just created to this product. So AdBrew will go and create this campaign structure in your AMS console. It will configure from where to move your keywords and all of that based on whatever you've configured in the strategy. So this is how you would manage a strategy for multiple products if you want to start afresh for new products, right? And for existing products, you can just go and create tasks for your existing products. Now, how would you look at recommendations? So I can, let's say I want to look at the recommendations at a campaign level. Can go and so if I fetch the recommendation based on this task, that is Canon LP6 manual auto to Canon LP6 manual exact. Um, so let me just for context, I'll just show you here. So there's a task that says Canon LP6 auto to Canon LP6 manual exact, right? This is the task. Now I wanted recommendations for this task, so I could get recommendations here. Now this recommendation includes from where you're moving the keyword to where you're moving the keyword, and then you get to see all of the data. Now we are saying you need to use promote these keywords. So you could simply just select which ones you want, click on apply, and then if you click on apply, this will just go and reflect in your Amazon console. So what if you see, instead of working with Excel and then downloading reports and then filtering all of that, you get all of that in a single one-click interface where you just have to create rules one time, and then whenever you want to apply recommendations, you can just come here, you can choose which campaign you want to apply the recommendations for, and you can go ahead and apply those recommendations here. The key thing here is, for example, if you did that manually, you would not know why you took a change, right? So let's say I did this in the Amazon console, you'll probably see that, okay, you added camera Canon as a broad keyword in this ad group, but you will not see why you did that, right? Because that's your own context. So with AdBrew, we'll record why you did that, which rule was satisfied, right? At the time you took an action, and then in the change history you'll be able to see on which date you took which action and why. So instead of just seeing that the actions you took, you would also be able to remember why you took a certain action at a certain point in time. So this was the keyword management. Similarly, we have product management where you can get recommendations at a product level, right? So you look at this, you will see what asins to target. Again, based on your rule set, we are telling you which asins you can target and which asins you should not target.
Mm-hmm.
For example, for this asin, we have seen 7 clicks but no orders. So you're basically spending money and you're not getting any return. So
Mm-hmm.
based on this rule, we are recommending this to be a negative product targeting. So you can just choose this and again apply, and it will be applied to your console. Now, similar is for category. We also show let you target categories based on the products. One thing that I forgot to mention was, I don't know if you're aware, but on Amazon, if I'm moving one product or one target from this campaign to this campaign, I would also like to ensure that this product is no more targeted in the source campaign, because what happens is you'll start
You're
getting
competing.
you'll have competitive targeting
Yeah.
within your campaigns,
Yeah.
right? So one of the campaign is targeting this keyword, the other campaign is also targeting this.
Correct.
So AdBrew automatically takes care of this. So once you promote one keyword or product from this, this will be added as a negative targeting in the source ad group by itself.
Hmm.
So you don't have to worry about that conflicting targeting that's happening. So these were all keyword and target management recommendations. Similarly, you can have bid recommendations. So I'll just show you a short demo of bid recommendation. Again, we created a rule for bid recommendation and we created a task for this campaign. Within this task, we looked at your report. We looked at what the current bid is. We looked at what the max bid can be. Now, this max bid is based on the target ACOS that you can define at a campaign at an account level, right? So this, for example, for Digitech, it's configured to be, I think, 40%, or it could be whatever you want. Let's say 15%. So we'll look at the product price that you're targeting in the campaign. We'll look at the conversion rate. So based on that, we'll calculate. Okay, even if you bid 10 rupees, you would still be within your target ACOS because the conversion rate is 10% and your target ACOS is 40%. So even if you're paying 10 rupees per click, you will still be under your target ACOS. So this is the max bid that we show you. This is the recommended bid that we show you based on the rules. And then you can simply click these and again apply these as you would apply a keyword recommendation. You can also change these here if you want to, let's say, not use our recommendation, but instead you want to increase or decrease a little bit. You can do that, and all of these things will be recorded for you to later look at in the change history section. So this is pretty much what we have. I wanted to keep it short and fast because there's so many things to go through. Now we can, if you have any questions, we can go through that.
So, are you also saying that when it comes to monthly budget, this is also added from AdBrew only, or do we have to add it directly on the MS console?
The monthly budget,
Yes,
no, that would be done from, like, that would have to be done
that's
manually
on
from
that.
EMS
Okay,
console.
so this is basically only to handle the campaigns and keep a
Yes,
record of it.
this is to, yeah, manage keywords within campaigns. So which
Yeah.
keywords you should promote, which keywords you should not promote, which keywords, what is the bid you should have. Uh, and for the campaign thing that you just spoke about, do you have a specific requirement for the campaign budgeting? Because I think we've also heard from a couple of other agencies
Mm-hmm.
where they wanted to set the budget at a, like, during different budgets during different
No,
times
that
of the
is,
day. Do you have a
yeah.
similar requirement, or
No, no. So it's the reason why I'm asking you is this like a all-in-one suit, or is it like just for now it is just keyword based?
right? So since
Yeah,
we're just starting, we want to
yeah,
make sure that we like completely handle the sponsored products and keywords and bid management for that.
sure,
We have already started work on sponsored brands management as well,
sure.
right? So the same thing, like, because everything is fundamental to sponsored brands as well, keywords bit. So it will not take us a lot of time to start supporting sponsored brands and video ads. The one thing that we have also received request is for time based budgeting. So you want to have different budget during the day, you want to have a different budget during the night. So we're also working on that, where you'll be able to configure that, okay, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. keep my campaign budgets to this price, and then post that change the budget to that price. So that AdBrew will automatically do for you.
So
And
Okay.
even these yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
right now it's an all-in-one suite for Amazon sponsored products. So sponsored products has these features like keyword targeting, product targeting, category targeting, and then bid management. So we are
Right.
supporting all four of those. The next phase launch would also include videos and sponsored brands. But what we have seen is that most of the agencies, around 70 to 80%, they are mainly into sponsored products. So that's the reason we picked that first, and then we'll be moving into the rest 20% for the rest 20% of our audience. So if you have any specific requirements around brands and DSP video ads, so that's already on our cards, but we can definitely work on the prioritization for those.
Sure, sure, sure. Sounds good. Sounds good. So over
Yeah.
here, it's primarily got to do with the campaigns. Can I also see at the ad level, or is it only pure keyword bid? That's it. Is it only
So ad
limited to that?
ad ad level, do you like what
Do you have
exactly at
ad
the ad
level data?
level?
Do you have ad level data? Do you do also? I mean, I did not see anything to do with the. Oh yeah, I think I can see the reporting side of it here. Okay. Is
So
this a sample? Is this
all
a
of this
sample
data
account
that
or a
you're
real
seeing,
account?
So
yeah,
I
this is a real.
maybe it would be worthwhile if you can just open AMS account once. That would give a clear context to indicate that what we are referring to.
No, because what I
Yes.
will do is I will basically speak to my Amazon person and I will ask him if something like this would make sense. I do understand in terms of, because see, I understand Google and Facebook, right? So the account structures of how those setups are very different from the Amazon one.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's from that perspective. So I do understand when you're basically saying why a keyword should basically not be in two campaigns. I understand that because it's competing. You're targeting the same audience in both the campaigns. So those things are pretty common in both these platforms. What I basically wanted to know is when it comes to ads. Are you showing me something?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you look at this, right, this is the actual console for
Mm-hmm.
this particular account, right,
Mm-hmm.
for which we've connected this.
Okay.
Now, all of these things, the ad level, right? So at an ad level, the data that you have is keyword. So let me just show you here. So within our portfolio, let's say we have this, let's say. So this is a particular campaign. Within a
Right.
campaign, you have four ad groups, which was
Right.
all created by AdBrew, right? So you will see all of the ad group level. You can
So
create a
these are
configuration
created
at
by
an ad group
So
level
these are created by AdBrew automatically once you set up the things there.
strategy.
Correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
So if you look at so within the campaign, you have ad groups and the tasks that we've configured here, right? These are at an ad group level, if you see.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
ad group, from ad group to ad group. Now, within an ad group, the major entity you have is the products which are being targeted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that you only get to modify really is what campaigns, what keywords you want to target at what price,
Okay.
right? And that is exactly what we are showing you here. So, at an ad group level, if you saw the recommendations, right? So, these were at an ad group level. Now, so from auto ad group to exact ad group, if I get the recommendation, so it's saying the destination is exact keywords. Keyword is this. Um, and this is the data at an ad level again. This data that you're seeing is also at the
Sure.
ad group level.
Sure.
That because we have 13 impressions and and these things in the auto ad group, what we are saying is you should promote this as an exact keyword
Hmm.
in the exact keywords ad group. So this is all at an ad level that you're seeing.
Okay. And your system keeps learning in terms of strategy.
Sorry.
And your system keeps learning based on strategy to recommend what kind of what kind of recommendation should actually show up.
So the recommendations are based on the rules that you create, right?
Oh,
So
okay. So the rules
so
have to be
but
also created by us only. Do you?
yes, we do ship some a couple of rules out of the box in your
Mhm.
like you will see certain default rules.
Okay,
Now you can either choose to use those or you can choose to create your own.
okay.
Now, when you create your own, like what we are offering here is like, so typically you'll just say like my orders are greater than zero, my orders are greater than 100, but that doesn't really work because each campaign has its own volume, each
Hmm.
product will have its own volume, right? So we provide you these statistics based on which you can create rules.
Hmm.
So you can say that if the spend if the spend or the orders, etc., is greater than let's say 5% of the orders, if it's in the top 5%, P95 is basically the percentile.
Hmm.
So you can say if the orders is in the top 5% of the entire ad group, then do this. right? So basically, products, keywords with the most orders, you can configure rules for them. Instead of saying, okay, orders greater than one, orders greater than two, you can also choose statistically calculated values, which we calculate for you.
Sure. Sure.
Or you can choose to just use your absolute value if you have any.
Sure.
So you create these rule sets. We ship some out of the box for you, but these recommendations are based on those rule sets.
Okay. Understood. How
And
do you go about on the pricing?
yes. So right now in the enclosed launch, we are not charging our customers because we want to make sure that we are you guys are getting value out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what we also want is you telling us your requirements because we want to build a product that really works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somewhere mid February, we're planning to publicly launch. There, our pricing model is right now we're debating internally, but I think that it's going to be based on advertising spend of the account,
Okay. Okay.
right? So if the whatever is the advertising spend, it's going to be some percentage of that. Let's say 1% or 0.8. I don't know. Like I don't have that number yet,
Okay. Okay.
but some percentage of that advertising spend would be there. So that's how. Like if you look at other tools, you would see that as a standard pricing strategy that everyone has.
Okay.
But if you have like since we are just starting, and if you will participate in our enclosed launch, we can work together to have a custom pricing strategy for you as well. We are open
Sure.
to that completely.
Sure. Sure.
Like depending on how many accounts you onboard, etc., we can definitely work on a contract.
Sure. Sure. Okay. Sounds good. So what I'll do is I'll have my team lead basically evaluate the platform maybe, so we can I can basically ask him, since you said that you are currently not charging anything. Maybe you can evaluate the platform with some at least one or two of our clients and see if it actually provides the value. And then we can take it ahead from there. I'll anyway give him a brief on how the platform works.
Yep, that would be perfect. And if we could like just get on a call to onboard him,
Sure.
like just to walk him through how to onboard and connect the account,
Sure.
it will be a short 15-20 minute call. So would you be able to like share his email address? Like
You
how
can
do we
drop a
proceed
you
on
can drop
this?
an email on Amazon at mindstorm.in.
Sorry, what is that email address?
Amazon at mindstorm.in.
Perfect. So we'll drop an email on that, and then we can
Sure.
continue our
Sure.
conversation there, right?
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
Works.
Yeah. But
Perfect.
just keep me in the loop. My email ID is aniket@mindstorm.in. It's aniketh@mindstorm.in.
Got it. So you will be giving him a lowdown on whatever we've
Yes.
discussed, or should
Yes.
we just put it on
You
email
can
first?
you can drop an email as well, but I
Mhm.
will give him an understanding.
Perfect. Works for us. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thanks,
Thank
Aniket.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.